The first thing I noticed was her trembling hands. Not her words. Not the meaning behind them. Just the way her fingers jittered against the coffee mug, tapping a nervous, uneven rhythm, like a heartbeat trying to outrun itself. Then she said it. I met someone on my trip, and now we're in a situationship. For a moment, the cafe around us dissolved into static. Conversations blurred into a dull roar. The clattering plates softened into distant echoes, and even the sunlight faded into a muted gray. My ears rang with a cold metallic buzz, but my voice somehow stayed calm. Okay, I said, barely recognizing the steadiness in my tone. Tell me what that means. She swallowed hard, eyes flicking downward, then up again, almost pleading. I didn't plan it, Mark. Just happened. I was vlogging on the beach recording that stupid short clip. Help me hit 2,000 subscribers, remember? And he walked behind me by accident. We started talking afterward. It just felt easy. A video. A stranger. A spark born in the background of my girlfriend's content. Just like that. My chest tightened so hard it felt like someone was slowly wringing my heart out like a wet cloth. But I nodded. Too calmly. Calm in the way a glass stays still a millisecond before it shatters. Okay. I repeated. Inside, everything was collapsing in cinematic slow motion. The signs were there. Quiet, subtle, soft as dust. Late-night laughs muffled behind the bathroom door. The sudden enthusiasm for tropical sunsets and ocean soundscapes. The new perfume, coconut and something sharper, unfamiliar. The way she held her phone angled away from me, claiming it was just habit. But love makes you blind, and denial makes you complicit. I told myself the distance since her return was jet lag, stress, burnout. Anything but what my gut whispered. Now all those small, ignorable details pulsed through my mind like flashing red warning lights that I'd mistaken for Christmas decorations. Are you in love with him? The question left my mouth before I could stop it. Her lips parted, first in shock, then in something worse. Uncertainty. I don't know, she said. I didn't want this. I didn't want to hurt you. He made me feel like I wasn't performing all the time. Like I could be myself, not this creator chasing content, chasing views, chasing subscribers. I said, the word stinging like acid. She winced. That's not fair. Isn't it? You started posting happy beach content while ignoring my messages. That's because I was overwhelmed, Mark. With him. I shot back. Her silence was an admission wrapped in guilt. When the first tear slid down her cheek, landing on her knuckle, I felt a dangerous mix of tenderness and rage. Love and betrayal wrestling inside the cramped space where my ribs suddenly felt too tight. I didn't cheat, she whispered. Emotionally, maybe not. Physically, you mean? My voice cracked despite my efforts. She flinched, stared at the table, slowly nodded. A coldness slid through me, icy and absolute. How many times? I don't know, she said, voice trembling. It wasn't calculated. It wasn't planned. It was convenient. I cut in quietly. He was convenient. That's not fair, she said again, but her tone faltered. You don't understand how lonely it felt on that trip. You were busy with work. I was drowning in stress. I didn't feel seen. And he made you feel seen? She hesitated, then nodded. And that broke something in me. I didn't speak for several seconds. The silence between us grew thick, claustrophobic. Even the couple arguing at the table behind us stopped to glance over. The barista paused mid-pour. Everything felt too bright, too loud, too sharp. I didn't want to lose you, she whispered. I still don't. You already did, I replied, the words leaving my mouth like a final breath. Her eyes widened, panic flickering like a dying candle flame. Wait, don't say that. Please. Mark, I'm telling you because I want to be honest. I want to fix this. But you told me after, I said. After you crossed a line. After he became an option. I ended it, she said quickly. With him. I blocked him. She looked at me with desperate hope. A hope I wasn't sure she deserved. In my head I saw her on that beach. Laughing. Hair tangled in the wind. Sunlight golden on her skin. Someone else's hands around her waist. Someone else's mouth on hers. Someone else capturing the real unfiltered version of her that I had loved for 3 years. My throat tightened. You should have told me the moment it started, I said. Not after letting it grow roots. I told you as soon as I realized it meant something. That's the worst part, I whispered. It meant something. She leaned across the table, desperate. Mark, please. I want to choose us. I want to make this right. I stared at her, at the girl I knew, at the stranger she'd become. And then I said the words that landed between us like a grenade. You can't choose us. She froze. Because I've already met someone too. Her breath caught. Her eyes widened. Shock washed over her face in stunned, brittle silence. It wasn't a lie. Not entirely. There was someone I had met while trying to drown my doubts. Someone I hadn't pursued because of loyalty. Someone who made me laugh, made me feel seen in a way my girlfriend hadn't in months. Someone who wasn't a situationship but a possibility. I didn't act on it, I added softly. But I could have. And the difference is, I didn't. Her lips trembled. Mark, don't. Please. I'm not doing anything, I said. I'm telling the truth. Something you waited too long to do. She reached for my hand. I pulled mine back. That simple motion shattered her. I think you told me expecting I'd wait, I said. That I'd forgive instantly. That I'd fight for you. I hoped, she whispered. I won't. The tears finally broke free, streaming down her cheeks in messy, uncontrolled sobs. And that, I said quietly, is the difference between you and me. I stood, the chair scraping softly against the floor. She didn't follow. She didn't speak. She just watched me walk away, realizing too late that some betrayals don't end relationships. They reveal they ended long ago.